Hello all, happy Mess Monday. This is a vitamin C brightening and glow. It's part of those ones that was a Advent thing my granddaughter got me, but I didn't do them as an Advent, so I'm just doing them on Mess Mondays. I joined a collab that's like in February sometime where we're gonna do 7 masks, or a mask 7 days in a row, and then do different content each day. So I have to come up with 7 days worth of content. So I'm gonna put a little clip in here, probably right there. I'll do this so I'll know where to put it when I'm re-looking and setting it in there. It's sleeting, well, not sleeting, it's actually hailing itty bitty pieces of hail so that the ground's getting covered. I can see the freeway from behind my house, and it's slowing down a lot because it's starting to ice over. It's the middle of the day on Monday. Tomorrow I was supposed to go down to Dallas for Botox, but nope, not doing it. It's gonna kind of rain on and off, or snow on and off, or whatever tonight, and tomorrow morning when my appointment is, it's gonna be just sheets of black ice, and I'm just like, not doing it. I think our high is like 27 or something, and overnight it'll get, of course, colder than that, and we don't get, people up north like, why can't you guys drive in the snow? Well, it's not snow, it's thick black ice, and it's like a skating rink out there. So I moved my appointment to next week because, you know, don't want anybody out there. If I have a friend take me and I can't, my friend that was going to take me tomorrow can't take me next week because she's potentially got jury duty. Did you ever get jury duty? Last time I got summoned for jury duty, I didn't get picked, so I just sat there, you know, a couple hours, and they said, okay, we want these 30 people or whatever, and everybody else can go. So the time before that was interesting. They kept us all day, and they kept sending us away. They'd call us in and say, well, we're plea bargaining, go stay in the building, but go read or get some lunch or whatever and come back. So that we went back and forth all day like that. And at the end of the day, the judge calls us in, and he's like, well, because you were here all day, we wanted you to know what happened. And they didn't tell us what the guy was accused of, but they plea bargained down to like 30 years. So I'm thinking I probably dodged a bullet on that one, because if he plea bargained down to that big a sentence, it was probably something heavy duty like drugs or murder or something like that. So the only time I've been on a jury, it was a federal summoning. I went to like another town about, I don't know, hour away maybe, and it was a federal case. And you know, usually you walk in, at least here anyway, for the county stuff, you walk in and there's probably 100, 200 people in there for the pool that they pick from. I walked into the federal one and there was maybe 25 people, and I'm like, uh-oh. This doesn't bode well. I think I'm gonna get picked, and I did. I was working then, and it's more of a hassle to get picked when you're working, but now that I'm retired, I'd love to get on a jury. I think it'd be really interesting. But I got on this federal case, and it was some little Texas company and some big back east company. The big back east company defamed the little Texas company and said that they did a bunch of stuff they didn't do and lost them some business and everything. And, you know, being proud Texans and not gonna let them big old back easterners mess with Texas, we gave them the max amount of fine we could give them. I mean, because we wouldn't have done it if it wasn't, but it was totally proved that that's what had happened. So we went back and forth about how much to zap them with, and there was a limit of how much we could fine them, and we finally decided, you know, they're gonna keep doing this kind of stuff if we don't make them hurt. So we gave them the biggest fine that the law allowed. And that was like about a week worth of testimony, and think we had a day and a half of deliberations. So that was kind of interesting. Ugh. Got my hair up so it doesn't get all face masky. So what's going on? I'm not going to my Botox. Give you a report on my no spend. January went, because first I got the dog and I had to buy him food and a leash and got him some treats and some toys and all that stuff. And then my grandson's in theater and they were having this fundraiser, so I gave money to that. And then he's going on a mission trip. Anybody interested in helping me send him on a mission trip, let me know and I'll tell you how to do it. Because he still needs about $1,000. So I gave money towards, he's going on a mission trip to Guatemala over spring break. He goes to a Christian school and they do these international mission trips, usually somewhere around the Gulf, you know, Belize, Guatemala, Jamaica, Panama, those kind of places that are relatively near to Texas. And he's a junior in his first 2 years of high school, because it's only in high school. They only went to Louisiana, which is the next state over, of course, because of COVID and all that. They didn't want to travel internationally, but COVID's, you know, I don't know if it's died down. It's probably never going to go away, but wow, I'm looking out at the freeway. It's must be an accident going north because it's dead stopped outside my window there. That's one nice thing about living here. You get used to the traffic noise. It's not that bad. But you can look out your window and see how bad it is, and it's like, well, I don't want to go that way, I'll go a side way, you know, because you can tell how bad the freeway traffic is, and you can decide whether or not you want to go that way or go the side roads and stuff. This doesn't smell at all. Usually the vitamin C ones kind of smell like orange, but these ones I've been getting from my granddaughter, I think they were pretty cheap because you got I think you got 13 of them in this little book thing. Do you remember when you were a kid, every year for Christmas I got it, it's like a book, but you open it up and it's Lifesaver rolls. And they had like different flavors like root beer and stuff like that. Now you don't see Lifesavers much, and when you do, they're usually just the mint ones. But you got this, I'd get it for Christmas every year, and I think it was about $1. You know, my parents didn't have a lot of money, so anyway, the mask folder book thing made me think of the Lifesaver book. So I put up a little short video of Kit coming up on my bed and getting his little nose like right at the camera, but it wouldn't let. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but for some reason it changed it to no comments. Maybe because it was only a little over a minute, but I don't know. I made it be available, you know, to adults only and all the things you have to do to allow comments, but I don't know why it changed it to no comments. Maybe I had a TV going in the background. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But anyway, you couldn't comment on that video. So if you want to comment on that video, you can comment on this video about that video. So, back to the no spend thing. So it was like $50 for the theater donation, a couple $100 for his mission trip. And then if you've seen me for a few years, my grandson's school, they have this ladies' tea, and we decorate the tables, and we all dress up and have tea and crumpets, so to speak. And I had to pay for that this month because it was due last week. So it's just, it got to the point where it's like, okay, I give up. I'm not even going to try anymore. So I ordered a Temu because I keep seeing the Temus. So I got one sitting at the mailbox, at my post office box, but I don't want to go over there because of the icy roads. So probably maybe Friday I'll go pick it up after it gets a little bit warmer. And then I ordered a second one today. They'll get here in a couple weeks. If you don't know what Temu is, it's this China place that it's got, I don't know, all kinds of gadgets. It's got some clothes, shoes, and all the videos, I mean, it's the in thing right now. And all the videos I've seen, this stuff looks like it's pretty good quality stuff. So I got a bunch of random little weird things I've been wanting, but you know, the things I've been wanting, they're like $5 here, $5 there, it adds up. And Temu, like the stuff I ordered today, I got 13 things for $27. So it's everything, at least everything I got was like $1 to $3. You know, it's like really, some of it was like, I think I got a couple of things that were 80 something cents. And I think the most expensive thing I got was like $3.50. So it's all these random things. This I got from my daughter-in-law a few years ago, and I never wore it because it was so freaking hot, but it is so cold in here. And I've got TXU, which is Texas Utilities, whatever, for my electric. And you can go online and look, and it'll forecast what they think your bill's gonna be for the month, and then you can maybe make some adjustments and, you know, cut down on your electricity or whatever, and maybe make it not be that high, because right now it's saying my potential bill for this coming out in February is going to be $425. And I'm like, holy crud. So I turned my heat down, but I mean, it's 27 degrees out. It's going to run anyway, so I don't know why I bothered. I want to get somebody to caulk my windows, and I've been trying to get a handyman to do it, but everybody's so busy. I want somebody to work on my front yard too, and they're just not even getting back to me with quotes. I mean, my theory is people sat around in their homes for 6 months during COVID, and now they're like, well, I know that I need this done and this done and this done, and they're starting to get it done. Because I can't find, I wanted to have a guy come out and check out my heater to make sure it's clean and everything and running efficiently, since my electric's been so high, but I'm not even getting any calls back on that, and I've called 3 times. I might have to try somebody else, but they're pretty cheap, so I wanted to go with them. But that's probably why they're so busy, because they're relatively cheap. I don't know. So anyway, my no spend January was a big fail. Ended up spending, I don't know, between the stuff I donated to my grandson and just relatively miscellaneous stuff, probably about $500, which was a lot more than zero. And that of course doesn't count utilities and so on. I got some gas at Buc-ee's. I think I did a video on Buc-ee's, so you can see what Buc-ee's is like, because it's the cheapest place around. And I didn't get it the week before because I got busy and forgot, and it was $2.60 something. So by the time I remembered, I was dead out of gas and I had to get it, and the cheapest place I could find was $3.09, and I was like, dang, I should have got it the week before. And so I'm filling it up, and it stops, you know how it clicks off on its own? I look over and it's exactly $50. You can't do that too often, get exactly a number like that. I'm kind of, because it's cold and I don't want to go out. I'm going to stay in tomorrow and the next day too, because the roads are going to be really icy. So I'm binge watching The Biggest Loser. It's on seasons 12 through 17 are on Amazon Prime, and so I'm watching Biggest Loser and getting convicted about how fat I'm getting. So I talked to my girlfriend, and years ago we did what's called First Place, and it's a Christian-based weight loss thing. And we both did pretty good on it, and we looked it up, and it was like 9 years ago. It was a long time ago, but we still got the books and stuff, so we're thinking about doing it again. Usually it's a group, you know, like 5 to 10 people, but we're going to give it a try, just the 2 of us. And I don't know when we're going to start, but Not today, obviously, because I just made some cinnamon and sugar crumble muffins. I'm eating those. Gotta get them out of the house, right? Before I start trying to lose weight, I gotta get that sweet stuff out of the house. So, gee, I'll just have to eat it. Anyway, it's been 15 minutes. Well, this one made me kind of itch. I don't know, maybe it's the vitamin C or something, but it made me itch a little bit. Some of them do. Can I wipe it off a little bit because it made me itch. Looks like somebody punched me in the eye right there. I don't know. I kind of have to wear makeup because I've got age spots and dark circles and all that stuff. So if I don't wear at least some, got some in my eye. If I don't wear at least some foundation, my skin looks terrible. And when I go to get my Botox done, I can't wear any eye makeup because he just wipes it all off because he's, you know, the shots are all like here and here and along here and up here. You know, every place you have eye makeup, that's where the needles go in. And if he said he's seen it before, if you don't get your eyeliner off and he puts it in, it makes like a little eyeliner tattoo, like a little dot, where it pushes the eyeliner into the skin, and then you have sort of a permanent black dot. So you definitely don't want to wear eye makeup for this. Alrighty. Bonnie from Bonnie's Bargains has got she's reached 1,100 subscribers, so she's got a giveaway going, so go check her out. I'll try and remember and put a link to her channel below. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to me because I've gone backwards some and I'm at 666 again, and we all know that's not a fun number to be at. Below, above, preferably above, but 666, nah, don't really like that. Which reminds me, I haven't seen it yet, but there's a new Left Behind movie out. If you don't know what Left Behind is, we started out with a series of books with Tim LaHaye and can't remember the other guy. Anyway, there's a whole series of books about, you know, what happens during the rapture for the people that didn't get raptured, the people that were left behind, the non-believers, and what happens, and like basically during the book of Revelation. And there's another movie out. I'm probably gonna go see it Friday with a friend. It's called A Man Called Otto. It's got Tom Hanks in it. And from the previews, he looks like this crotchety old guy, and either he just moved in or the neighbors just moved in. I don't quite know the story because I just saw the previews. But they don't let him isolate himself and be crotchety. They, you know, envelop them in their life and their family and everything. So it looks pretty good, because being old, sometimes we can get old and crotchety and isolated, and don't really need to do that. Speaking of not being alone and isolated, for sure that lady's gonna move in with me. Her name's Kay. Not till March though. But, you know, she does BSF, which I do, which is Bible Study Fellowship. So we have that in common, and I've known her in the past. And she's so sweet. She's like, well, I can't move in till March, but are you okay for February? Do you need any financial help? So I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about her paying the rent, because she's trying to give me money when she's not even living here. So I thought that was really sweet. So anyway, if you are in a storm somewhere, stay safe, stay warm. I'm gonna do the same. I'd love to go get my Temu, but I'm just looking out there at how slow cars are going and stuff, and it just tells me the roads are bad already. So yeah, not going out today, tomorrow, or the next day. I bet you, where is he? He's on my bed, I think. Yeah, he's sleeping on my bed. Kit's like not gonna wanna go out either. He's gonna go out there and go, what is going on? Because there's little ice pebbles or, you know, little sleet or whatever it is. I'm sure if it's snow, sleet, whatever's on the ground out there, he's not gonna like it. Alrighty, I love y'all, and if you haven't subscribed, I do Mask Mondays. I do, most of the time I do unboxings. In fact, I have a Stitch Fix coming in a couple weeks. They sent me 8 to pick from, and I didn't pick any of them, said try again. I didn't like any of those. So I don't know if I'll get another thing to pick from, or they're just gonna randomly send me stuff, but I didn't like the ones they were trying to send me. I only get Stitch Fix every quarter, and they were sending me winter stuff, and I'm like, well, I'd really rather, because if I get winter stuff in February, the next box I get will be like the end of May, and I want summer stuff then, so I kind of want spring stuff for this February box. So anyway, all done. Rambled for 20 minutes. I'm sure you've quit watching by now. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.